So now we're going to use the knowledge we've developed of angles to help us to start solving missing angle problems. And sometimes we might be presented with something like this, where we've got a lot of information and it looks a bit complicated, and so what we're going to do is think, right, okay, stop a minute, let's think about, is there anything there? What do we actually know? Well, we're told about these angles. We've got to find out what the values though are of A, B, C and D. Now, is there anything on here at the moment that can help us? We've spotted one thing. Remember when we see that little box, what's that telling us? It's telling us that that is a right angle. So actually, let's write that in to help us. And now we don't need to find that, but it just helps us in solving problems. Why does it help us? Well, because as soon as we know that that's 90 and that's 65, what do we know about the angles of, there we are, sorry about that. What do we know about the angles of a triangle? Well, we know that they all add up to 180 degrees. So if we add 90 and 65 together and subtract it from 180, it tells us that the angle at D must be 25 degrees, okay? First bit solved. Right, let's see what else we can do. Well, if we know that 60 and that's 60 and that's 55, again, we add those together, subtract them from 180, which will tell us that the angle C is now 65 degrees. Okay, so we've nailed that one, 65 degrees. Right, now the tricky one, let's think about angle B. Well, here, our knowledge now of a complete circle or angles in a full turn, we know that they add up to 360 degrees. Well, we know that's 140, that's 90, that's 65. Add all those together, this time subtract from 360, which means that we can work out that the angle for B is 65 degrees. And then when we've worked that out, 65 degrees, we know by adding that to that and subtracting it from 180, that angle A is 85 degrees. Okay, so remember, use our understanding, use our knowledge, do a little bit of detective work, write in things that perhaps aren't there that will help us, and then solve the problem.